From Howard Jones Field, Andie Hageman and Dan Weber here for USCFootball.com Instant Analysis. Well, Dan, it's a big week for the Trojans as Stanford is coming to town. College Game Day is coming to town as well. It'll be hosted in McCarthy Quad, and the team is buzzing about having this game, but also bringing in the fans as well and having that fan support. Of course, there hasn't been as many fans in the Coliseum stands as of lately, and so the team's kind of pleading for people to kind of come out and have this be a sellout.
I think they wanted to, want to say, we made the case. They played at Notre Dame with a sellout. They played at Oregon State and kind of enjoyed that. And I think Ed showed them some film from 2003, 2004. Cody Kessler was saying, "Wow, not only weren't there any empty seats, there were people standing all over." He said, "We'd love to see that again." He said, "That makes it tough." He said, "It was tough for us playing on the road, and we'd like to see that kind of set up for the Stanford game." And somebody said, "Well, what's it like to be kind of an underdog?" And he said, "We don't look at it that way." So they're coming into our home, And Ed said, if there's just one person in the stands, they're going to play well. But it would be great to take the buzz from game day and all the other things about this game and carry it through and have that kind of a crowd Saturday at the Coliseum.
Stanford is, of course, fresh off of their win over Oregon last week, and a USC off of that monumental win over Cal. What momentum do you think the Trojans will bring this week against Stanford?
Well, I think it sets up pretty nicely. They went on the road, they did all the kinds of things, the special teams touchdowns, and got a chance for everybody to play. So it's kind of that, and now they're back home, and instead of 64,000 that they had the last two home games. Maybe if they get the 90,000, get it close to that sellout, get a sellout. It changes kind of, we're back home, and this is the way USC football is supposed to be, in a big game at home with a big crowd. And a real good chance to, become relevant in, national college football. So it's probably setting up about as well as you could want it to. Even for the Stanford, I think, they had to, the Oregon game was really big for Stanford. Now they got to go on the road, and they've got to go on the road against a team, they beat 4 straight, even though the last 3, were flip a coin at the very, kind of at the end. But I think, it sets up pretty well for USC, actually.
How are the Trojans holding up on the injury front? What is Leonard Williams' status for this week?
Well, he's been out here, the last both days, and he, got his shoulder taped up, and it's probably still, really painful. But I think, he absolutely is going to play, and he's going to be fine. Silas Red we haven't seen, so we don't know. Trey Madden has been out here these 2 days. We still don't know whether that hamstring comes around or not. And they think Xavier Grimble's got a chance, and Randall Telfer we saw, out today, and basically all 3, tight end, scholarship tight ends. So that's a plus. Kevin Graff actually has looked better each day this week than he did, in the game Saturday, even though he turned his ankle again. So from most standpoints, looks pretty good. Marquise Lee, as Ed said, looks pretty good to me. So.
And Marquise had said in his post-practice scrum that he was ready to go last week and even the week before, but it's up to the coach's decision, of course, of being able of what they wanted to allow him to do considering his earlier season injuries. So it's something to look forward to, I guess, this week.
Yeah, I think Stanford isn't going to have any really good film on Marquise. Really good recent film. I mean, you got the one or so play at the Oregon State game, but I think that's a problem for Stanford just to know what to think about. They've got now they've got Buck Allen and and Silas and Ty Isaac, and they're seeing things that they maybe haven't seen before. They're seeing the punt return game. And where does that put, Marquise in terms of high priority for their defense? I'm not sure. I think it would be an interesting question as to how the Stanford coaches address that. And I think it's a way USC may go after Stanford. I'll be interested to see how that plays out.
Well, that wraps it up for today's Instant Analysis. Signing off for Dan Weber, I'm Andie Hageman. Check out USCFootball.com for more.